I hope that you guys have all had a really nice day. This morning, well, this afternoon, I guess, around lunchtime, when we went to pick up food for lunch, my kids nearly ran somebody over going into the building. And to make matters worse, it was somebody we knew. And she says, "Oh, that's okay." And I was like, "No, it's really not." Because I know that my kids know better than to rush in a door when there's somebody standing there. I've taught Dietrich that you hold the door for whoever is coming in or out, especially if they were there first, or if they need, if they have something in their hands, you hold the door for them. So I have taught my kids better than this. And then it's just been kind of a long day. They've been very hyper. Somebody that I was talking to earlier called it the summer frenzy. It's, in the mid to upper 90s with a heat index over 100 here in Texas, so it makes it more difficult to send them outside to play because they become very miserable very quickly. And I don't like letting them just live on screens all day, and that's what they would prefer. And they spent most of the morning doing things on screens. Part of that was math, so that part's okay, but I wasn't going to let them just have only screens all day long. And they eventually got very upset about that and had some continuous meltdowns. So I wanted to talk about some ways to get better behavior out of your kids, even through the tough time like hot summer days or vacations when they're here with you all the time. And the very first one is to invest in one-on-one time with each child. And you make sure that they know that that time is only about them. So you give them positive attention, and it's just you and one child at a time. And you should aim for about 10 to 15 minutes of this. With my kids, it's snuggle time. They love just being close to me holding them, me hugging them, and just talking about whatever. And that's what they like. Now with another child, it might be reading, it might be playing with them, it might be working a puzzle with them, it could be anything. Whatever your child likes, that's what you need to do during that focused one-on-one time. The second thing is get serious about sleep. So, how when you as a grown-up are tired, how it gets really hard for you, you feel cranky, irritable, maybe you don't feel well? Well, kids are the same way. And actually, teenagers need more sleep than younger children. They need almost as much as a newborn, according to some research that's out there. So keeping that in mind, because it's so essential to their development, and keeping that in mind and sticking with their sleep routine, even through the summer, is going to help just improve their overall behavior. And so on that note, the third one is focusing on routines. So have a routine even during the summer. So they know what's expected of them, and so they know, oh, this is what we're going to do today. Now there's going to, obviously, just like during the school year, there's going to be days that are different. Maybe there's an appointment on one day. Maybe there's something fun you have planned for a different day. But, as much as possible, keep a very consistent routine with them and let them help decide what that routine is going to be. So one thing that I do is I ask them, do you want to get dressed first or do you want to eat breakfast first? So that's a simple choice that they can make that still fits within my plan for the day. What can you do to help me with, and then fill in the blank. And that way they feel a part of things and they're included. And this list talks about different ways to write it out. So for older kids, writing it in words. For younger kids, using pictures. I have a friend that does this really well. She's hand-drawn the pictures. I am not that great of an artist, but hers is hand-drawn, very detailed for all the things that their littles are supposed to do, and it works pretty well in their house. And I just think she's pretty awesome for being able to draw all those chores. So number 4 is that everyone pitches in. Now, it doesn't matter how old your child is, they can do something to help around the house. If it's just putting their clothes in the dirty clothes basket, even a toddler can do that. Dietrich actually, he's helped me with things like that since he could walk. So, kids like to help even. So, utilizing that while they want to help. And call them family contributions rather than chores. Because, everybody lives here, everybody works here is what I tell my kids. So for Dietrich, he's older now, and one of his chores is taking out the trash. The only time he doesn't take out the trash is if it has something in there that he is allergic to, that I'm afraid he will accidentally come in contact with. We have fish occasionally, and so if the fish wrapping is in there and not contained, I'll ask Peter to go ahead and take that out for me, and he does without a problem. And then Dietrich unloads the dishwasher for me. Each of the kids brings their laundry basket to the laundry room, and then they each help with putting away their clothes. Dietrich is even learning how to fold and hang up his clothes, and I say the right way. Sometimes I don't check this, and I find out much later that his closet is not done right, in which case he has to redo all of it. And Madeline has even had to redo all of hers, even though she is 6, because things have just been shoved places, and you can't find things that way. You can't be expected to know where your clean clothes are if they're everywhere. So everyone pitches in is number 4. The 5th one is that you're encouraging your kids to be problem solvers. So not stepping into every disagreement they have, determining who's at fault, who's not, solving it for them. Instead, let them figure out the solutions. They don't necessarily need to be able to see a winning and a losing side. That's just going to cause more problems. But they do need to find a resolution that will work for both of them, or all of them, however many children you have. And so that was just 5. I have 5 more. And to meet number 7 and number 8, they seem contrary to what we normally do. So if you would like these tips, please shoot me a message, and I'll be happy to send you the rest. And I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.